No problem. Could you please stop at a post office on the way? Sure. Which post office would you like me to stop at? Any post office, so long as I can send the letter by mail. Okay. How long do you think it will take you to do that? It depends, but I don't think it will take me long. Take your time. I'll park my car over there, all right? Okay, thank you. I wonder if you can stop here for a minute. I'd like to take a few photos here. Sorry, we can't stop here. There's a no parking sign in front of us. I think there's a parking lot over there. I wonder if you can stop here for a minute. Sorry, we can't stop here. Oh, I'd like to take a few photos here, just for a little while. Look, there's a no parking sign in front of us. Can we park somewhere around here then? Let's try, but you'll have to walk back here. No problem. Excuse me, is that a free market, the one across the street? I guess so. Will you please stop here for a while? I'd like to go and have a look. Sorry, we can't stop here. Is there a parking lot around here where you can park? I think there's one over there. We've got stuck in a traffic jam. The traffic is always very bad at this time of the day. Can we make a detour? What bad luck. Can we manage to get there in an hour? What's the matter? We've got stuck in a traffic jam. Too bad. Is the traffic always so bad at this time of the day? Quite often. This is the narrowest part of the street. In rush hours, traffic is usually held up here. Do you think we'll be stuck for long? Hopefully not. The traffic will get moving in a minute. We're held up. What bad luck. What's going on over there? I don't know. Ah, yes, the road's blocked for road construction. There's a policeman directing the traffic. But I'm in a hurry. Can we make a detour? I'm afraid not. You see, we can't even make a U-turn. Can we manage to get to the airport in an hour? I hope so. Anything wrong with your car? I can't start the engine. I've got a flat tire. Sorry, my car has broken down. If you can't wait, please hire another taxi. Anything wrong with your car? The engine won't start again. What shall we do? Let me get out and see if we can find the trouble. Will it take long? No, I don't think so. If you really can't wait, please hire another taxi. Okay, we've got plenty of time. What's wrong? Sorry, sir, my car seems to have broken down. Can you do anything about it? I hope so. Oh, I've got a flat tire. Do you have a spare one? No, I'll have to call a nearby garage for help. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's okay. Take your time. What's going on over there? There might have been an accident at the intersection. Look, some policemen are directing the traffic. The road ahead is blocked. Is anyone killed or injured? What's going on over there? I've no idea. There might have been an accident at the intersection. That's too bad. It seems that quite a few people here don't observe the traffic regulations. That's true. So traffic accidents are on the rise in this city. Don't you think we should take another route? Look, some police are directing the traffic. We'll get moving in a minute. I hope so. What's the matter? I guess there's an accident over there. The road is blocked. Really? What bad luck. Nowadays, people drive very carelessly. Is there any speed limit for cars in the city? Yes, but some people just ignore it. What are those people talking about? They're saying there's been a bad collision at the intersection. Anyone killed or injured? Yes, I do think so. Look, here comes an ambulance. Excuse me, but can you direct me to the Shanghai Gallery? How can I get to the Shanghai Arts and Crafts store? Go straight on and then take the first turning on the left. Walk along this road till you reach the second crossing. It isn't far, about 5 minutes walk. Excuse me, but can you direct me to the Shanghai Gallery? Go straight on and then take the first turning on the left. Is there anything notable about the building of the gallery? Yes, it's a red building. You can't miss it. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you'll enjoy the artistic works there. I'm sure I will. Excuse me, how can I get to the Shanghai Arts and Crafts store? Walk along this road till you reach the second crossing. It's there. Which side of the street is the store on? I guess it's on the left side. You've got to cross the road. What does the building look like? It's quite new and has a traditional Chinese style. You won't miss it. Is it far? No, it's only 5 minutes walk. That's great, thanks. You're welcome. What time is it now? It's 2:30. How long do you think it will take us to get there? Can we make it in half an hour? Don't worry, we'll manage to get there by 4 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 2:30. This clock keeps good time. Do you think we can manage to get there on time? Pardon? Can we make it in half an hour? I guess so, if there's no traffic jam on the way. Do you know how to avoid heavy traffic? I think I can. How long do you think it will take us to get there? 40 minutes if there's no hold-up. What time is it now? 3:15. I'm going to meet some Chinese friends at 4. Don't worry, we should manage to get there by 4 o'clock. How do you like the weather here? Lovely weather, isn't it? Isn't it muggy? I wonder if it's going to rain. What's today's temperature, do you know? How do you like the weather here? It's very pleasant. Yes, it certainly is. Will it last long? Yes, I think so. We usually have a spell of fine weather this time of the year, though it's not the best time of the year for visiting. What's the best season here then? Fall. We usually have thousands of tourists in the fall. It's early winter now, so it's a bit cold today, isn't it? What's the temperature, do you know? I guess it's 18 centigrade. Isn't it muggy? Well, it's getting very cloudy, isn't it? Oh, look, it's beginning to rain already. I hope it's only a shower. Do you normally have much rain here? Quite a lot, especially in summer. Oh, it's pouring. The road is getting slippery now. I have to drive very carefully. Where are you from? Is this your first trip to China? What are your impressions of this city? Have you seen much of the country? How long have you been a taxi driver? About 2 years. And how do you like your job? Well, it's not a bad job. I earn a lot, but at the same time it's also tiring because you would sit all day and you don't have time to stretch your legs. Are you from America or from... I'm from Canada. Is this your first trip to China? Well, no, I've been to China before, but not to Shanghai. Oh, I hope you'll enjoy your stay here. Thank you. Are you a tourist? Yes, this is my first trip to China. Have you seen much of the country yet? Not much. I've only been to Beijing. You can't hope to see everything during a short trip. No, you can't. What are your impressions of this city? It's a beautiful city, but there are so many people in the streets. Yes, that's why the government is trying to help people move out of the city proper. Do you speak English? Sorry, I can't understand well. Please speak slowly. I don't know much English. Would you please repeat what you have said? Do you speak English? Yes, but not much. It seems all Chinese speak a little English. Please speak slowly. If you speak fast, I can understand well. Did you learn English at school? Yes, I began to learn English at school. But later on, I learned by myself. You speak good English. Thank you. Oh, get in please. Do you speak Chinese? Do you understand English? I don't know much English, but how did you learn to speak Chinese? I've been working for a joint venture for quite a long time, and I've learned some Chinese from my Chinese college. Sorry, I can't follow you. Would you please repeat what you have said? That's interesting. Do you think Chinese is difficult? I believe it's the most difficult language in the world. Do you accept US dollars? Don't you have renminbi? What's the conversion rate from US dollars to RMB and vice versa? Where can I exchange my dollars for renminbi? You can go to the Bank of China for exchanging. Do you accept US dollars? Well, yes, but, well, you see, I don't have enough Chinese money to pay for the ride. Where can I exchange my dollars for RMB? Well, we can stop at the Bank of China or a big hotel. What's the rate of exchange for US dollars? As far as I know, it is about 8.60 yuan to 1 US dollar. Can I pay you in British pounds? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know the conversion. What shall I do then? Can we go to the Bank of China then? All right. Will it take much time to change money at the bank? No, it shouldn't. You may turn left when the light is green. You can turn right on red if your way is clear. Do you keep to the left when you drive in Great Britain? We can't make a U-turn here because this is a one-way street. I cannot stop here or else I'll be fined. It seems that your traffic regulations are somewhat different from ours. What differences have you noticed? Once I saw a driver turn left when the traffic on the opposite side of the road was moving along though the traffic light was green. In China, you may turn left when the traffic light is green. What would you do in that case? In my country, people turn left on green while the traffic on the opposite side stops on red, waiting there for the red light to change to the green. At some intersections, we do the same. One more thing. Can one turn right on red if his way is clear? No problem. Are you from Great Britain or the United States? I'm from Great Britain. Is it true that you keep to the left when you drive in Great Britain? Yes. If I were in Great Britain, I'd find it rather difficult. But you'd soon get used to it. Can you drop me off at the shop across the street? Well, we can't make a U-turn here because this is one-way traffic. Can you stop just here then? No, I can't do that either, or else I'll be fined. Where can you let me off then? I'll have to stop on the side road. Does any bus around here go downtown? I guess so. Which bus? You'll need to take a number 21 to get to town. I guess there's a bus stop just around the corner. I wonder if I can get to High Road by bus without having to change buses. Yes, but you must take a number 18. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Situation 48. Describing. A is a solid wooden block, 5 centimeter high, 10 centimeter long, and 4 centimeter wide. A is solid wooden block. It has a height of 5 centimeters, a length of 10 centimeters, and a width of 4 centimeters. F is a solid steel cube of side 5 centimeters, having a side of 5 centimeters, which has a side of 5 centimeters. What shape is the end of P? It's pointed. A pencil consists of a wooden bar. This bar contains the thin cylindrical rod of graphite. It is pointed at one end. A matchbox is a wooden or cardboard box in 2 parts. The 2 parts consist of a hollow inner tray and an outer sleeve. It is used for holding matches. What's the first value? 13 centimeters. What's the second value? 28.5 centimeters. What's the height of the block? The height is 28.51 centimeters. How wide is the block? It's 32.08 centimeters wide. What is A? A is a circle. Is F square? No, it isn't square. It's cubic. What's the depth of M? 32.43 centimeters. What's the radius of P? 22.3 centimeters. Is R pointed? Yes, it is. Is T flat? No, it isn't. It's curved. What is it? It's a thermometer. ABC is an isosceles triangle which has one angle of 30 degrees and two angles of 75 degrees. A is a solid metal cylinder of height 16.3 centimeters and diameter 6.7 centimeters. Calculate its volume. What sort of angle is ABC? It's an obtuse angle. What sort of lines are GH and IJ? They are parallel lines. A squared plus B squared equals C. X to the power of a half over D equals 30. What's the square root of X? What's Y to the power of 4? Is X equal to Y? No, X is greater than Y. Is A proportional to B squared? No, A is equal to B squared. What's PR squared? PR squared is the area of a circle. What is PR squared H? PR squared H is the volume of a cylinder. The block B rests on a slope. A string is attached to one end of the block and passes over a pulley at the top of the slope. A weight W is suspended from the end of the string. Where is the cone? It's above the cube. Which side of the cube is the sphere on? It's on the right-hand side. Is the hemisphere on the left-hand side of the cube? Yes, it is. What's on the top of the cell? A steel plate. What's around the outside of the cell? A steel casing. Glass is extremely brittle. Polythene is very resilient. Wood is fairly strong. Rubber is quite tough. Paper is not very strong. You know that we can say wood is fairly strong and steel is very strong. If we wish to compare steel and wood, we can say cardboard is quite strong, paper is not very strong. Cardboard is slightly stronger than paper. Steel is very strong, wood is not very strong. Steel is a lot stronger than wood. Wool is very soft. Wood is not very soft. Wool is considerably softer than wood. Rubber is very tough. Paper is not very tough. Rubber is far tougher than paper. Steel is slightly less ductile, slightly more resilient than copper. Rubber is much more flexible, much less rigid than steel. Rubber is a lot more flexible, a lot less rigid than steel. Glass is considerably more brittle, considerably less resilient than wood. Polythene is far more resilient, far less fragile than glass. Refined sugar consists of fine white granules. fine iron, filings are used to show the presence of a magnetic field. A substance such as sand may be either fine or coarse. What about strength? Aluminium is less strong than copper. What about resistance? Aluminium has a higher resistance than copper. Is copper a better conductor than lead? Yes, it's far better. Is brass a better conductor than copper? No, it's much poorer. Copper's brown, isn't it? No, it's not. It's a reddish color. Gold's a dull white, isn't it? No, it's not. It's a bright yellow color. Glass is opaque. No, it isn't. It's transparent. Silver is dull. No, it isn't. It's shiny. What's done to water to make it hot? It's heated. What's done to steel to make it hard? It's hardened. What does heating do to the metal? Heating increases its ductility. What does hardening do to the metal? Hardening reduces its toughness. Matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. All matter can be divided into three classes: compounds, mixtures, and elements. Solids, liquids, and gases can be compounds, mixtures, or elements. Solids, liquids, and gases are all forms of matter. A molecule is defined as the smallest unit into which any matter may be split without losing its original properties. An atom is defined as the smallest part into which an element may be split without losing its identity as part of the element from which it is divided. An atom consists of protons and neutrons forming a central nucleus, around which electrons revolve in orbits or shells. The proton has a positive electrical charge and a mass of 1.672 plus 10 to the power of 27 kilograms. The neutron has no electrical charge and a mass equal to that of the proton. The electron has a negative electrical charge and a negligible mass. When the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons, the atom is neutral. When an atom loses an electron, it becomes a positive ion. When an atom gains an electron, it becomes a negative ion. The number of protons in an atom of an element is the atomic number of that element. The atomic weight of an atom is equal to the number of protons plus the number of neutrons in the nucleus of the atom. Is carbon a mixture? No, carbon's an element. Are protons neutral? No, protons are positive. What do atoms consist of? Atoms consist of electrons, protons, and neutrons. What does steel consist of? Steel consists of iron and carbon. What will happen to water if it is cooled below 0 degrees centigrade? It will freeze. What will happen to a steel bar if it is heated? It will expand. Will steel expand if it's heated? Yes, it will. Will steel wire increase in length if it is compressed? No, it won't. It will decrease. The Does the tube have a uniform bore? Yes, it's a uniform bore tube. Does the plug have 3 pins? Yes, it's a 3-pin plug. If the temperature of the metal bar is high, will the expansion be great? Yes, the higher the temperature, the greater the expansion. If a large force is applied to the wire, will the extension be large? Yes, the larger the force, the larger the extension. Why is alcohol often used in thermometers? Because it's less expensive than mercury. Why are copper and aluminium often used in conductors? Because they are good conductors. What will dropping a piece of glass do? It will cause it to break. What will stretching a length of copper wire do? It will cause it to extend. Are both rubber and glass resilient? No, rubber is resilient, whereas glass is brittle. Are air and oxygen both mixtures? No, air is a mixture, but oxygen is an element. Mercury is a metal. Is it normally a solid? No, although mercury is a metal, it isn't normally a solid. The particles of an atom have charges. Is the atom itself charged? No, although the particles of an atom have charges, the atom itself isn't charged. Aluminium is strong, isn't it? Yes, it's not only strong but light as well. Copper is very malleable. Yes, it's not only very malleable but also very ductile. Gases have both definite volume and definite shape, don't they? No, gases have neither definite volume nor definite shape. Air and oxygen are both compounds, aren't they? No, neither air nor oxygen are compounds. If zinc is placed in dilute hydrochloric acid, hydrogen will be evolved. Stretching a material beyond its elastic limit will produce a permanent deformation of the material. If the hydrogen is ignited, it is likely to explode. If the hydrogen is ignited, it will probably explode. When a current is passed through a wire, the wire becomes hot. However, there will only be a significant heating effect if the current is large. We can therefore state, when a current is passed through a wire, there will be a significant heating effect provided the current is large enough. If this bulb is connected to the battery, will it light up? If too high a current were passed through a wire, the wire would probably melt. If a gas cylinder was subjected to high a pressure, it would probably explode. I don't know, perhaps it would melt. I don't know, perhaps it would burn. What would happen if this piece of plastic were heated? It might burn or it might melt. What would happen if this material was stretched? It might extend or it might break. What will happen if the solid is mixed with the liquid? It may dissolve. Gas is being pumped into a cylinder to a very high pressure. What is likely to happen? It's likely to explode. Water is being cooled to a low temperature. What will probably happen? It will probably freeze. Will this lamp light up if I connect the battery? Yes, it should. Yes, it should do, provided the battery is powerful enough. What would happen if zinc and dilute hydrochloric acid were placed together in a container? They would react. Copper isn't light enough to be used in overhead power cables. No, if it were lighter, it would probably be used more in overhead power cables. The bubbles must be due to reaction taking place. The bubbles must be caused by gas being given off. What did you do first? I crushed some ice and mixed it with salt. First, some ice was crushed and mixed with salt. Then, what did you do? I placed the mixture in a large container. Then, the mixture was placed in a large container. The material was stretched. When it was 50 centimeters long, the stretching was stopped. The material was stretched until it was 50 centimeters long. There was a terrible smell during the experiment. Do you think it was due to carbon dioxide or hydrogen sulfide? It can't have been due to carbon dioxide. It must have been due to hydrogen sulfide. There was an explosion during the experiment. Do you suppose it was caused by oxygen or hydrogen? It can't have been caused by oxygen. It must have been caused by hydrogen. Will the solid remain in suspension even if it is stirred vigorously? Yes, it will remain in suspension no matter how vigorously it is stirred. Will the substance remain in solution even if it is left standing for a long time? Yes, it will remain in solution no matter how long it is left standing. Did the water remain liquid even though heat was lost? Yes, it remained liquid despite the loss of heat. Did the temperature continue to rise even though there was a lack of heat? Yes, it continued to rise despite the lack of heat. How do you know that carbon dioxide is present? Because the lime water has turned cloudy. How can you be sure that ammonia has been produced? Because damp red litmus paper has turned blue. Has all the solid dissolved in the liquid? Yes, it has completely dissolved. Have all the results been collected? Yes, they have all been collected. Situation 49. Communication in bank. May I help you, sir? Yes, please. Can I do anything for you? What can I do for you? What kind of accounts do you like to open? I'd like to open a savings account. I'd be happy to help you. I would do it for you now. I would ask you to collaborate with us in this work. Anyway, we wouldn't let you wait for a long time. Could you tell me the difference between them? Could you pass me the deposit certificate? Could you tell me the interest rate? Would you please present your deposit book? Would you kindly show me the withdrawal slip? May I help you? Yes, please. I work in a joint venture corporation and shall stay here about 2 years. I'd like to open a savings account. Can you give me some information? Yes, I'd be happy to help you. What kind of accounts do you like to open? Well, I'm not sure. What kinds of accounts can I open here? Usually we offer current accounts and fixed accounts for individuals. Could you tell me the difference between them? Of course I will. If you open a fixed account, you'll have a deposit certificate in the name of the depositor. And the interest rate is higher for a fixed account. Then how about the current account? The current account takes the form of a deposit book. You may withdraw the money at any time, and you just need to present your deposit book and a withdrawal slip. I'd rather open a current account. Okay, please fill in this application form. Here is a filled out application form. Is everything all right? Yes, quite all right. But you have to deposit some money at the same time you open the account. Fine. Here is 100 yuan. Please show me your passport. Here you are. Good. Everything is done. Here is your deposit book and passport. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. The interest rate for time deposits is much higher than regular savings accounts. Time certificates of deposit pay a higher rate of interest than regular deposits do. Do you earn interest on the account? We pay the highest interest rate permitted for commercial banks. The rate grows up if you keep the certificate longer. Deposit with the longer maturities bears a higher rate. You may choose one from 3, 6, 12 month or 2-year maturities. You may choose between fixed and current account. But you must determine what maturity you want in the beginning. You may now determine the maturity. Can I renew the certificate on maturity? We can renew the contract if necessary. That company wants to renew the credit. Can I cash in the certificate before the maturity date? But you will lose part of your interest. Would you please tell me something about time deposit? I know the interest rate is much higher for time deposits than regular savings accounts. Yes, you're right. We offer time certificates of deposit, which pay a higher rate of interest than regular deposits do. How long do I have to keep the money in the account? You may choose one from 3, 6, 12 month or 2-year maturities. Does the rate go up depending on how long you keep the certificate? Yes, that's right. But you must determine what maturity you want in the beginning. Naturally, certificates with longer maturities bear a higher rate of return. What maturities are the most popular? I think most customers will invest for the 1-year terms. Yes, most of our customers use 6 or 12-month plans. Can I renew the certificate on maturity? Of course, you may renew it if you wish. Hello, this is the bank department of the commercial bank. Hello, may I inquire about the balance of my account? Yes, your account number, please. Okay, the account number is 6876006. My name is Thomas Smith. Moment, please, Mr. Smith. You've got a balance of $500 at your account. Good, thank you very much. You're welcome. My time deposit will mature 2 months later. The insurance policy has matured. What's the maturity date of this certificate of deposit? The bank must pay the matured bonds. You shouldn't withdraw your funds before maturity date. You mean I would lose all my interest? I did not mean you must open a fixed account. What do you mean by giving me the slip? I meant to change some Canadian dollars in the bank, but forgot. Your corporation means a great deal to us. You may cash in the certificate before the maturity date. Can you cash this check for me? The purchases were paid for with cash. Richard cashed in all his bonds. Where can I get this postal order cashed? Hello, what can I do for you? Good afternoon. I'd like to withdraw $300 from my account. Okay, would you please fill in this withdrawal slip? Yes, I will. Now here is the filled out withdrawal slip. All right. Please give me your passbook and your passport. Here you are. Just a minute, please. Here are the money, your passbook and your passport. Please take it. It's okay, thanks. With pleasure. How do you do? How do you do? What can I do for you? Well, I have a time deposit here, but it will mature 2 months later. I need the money for an emergency. Can I get it out now? Yes, you may withdraw your funds by cashing in the certificate before the maturity date, but you cannot receive the stated interest. You mean I would lose all my interest? No, not at all. We would redeem your certificate at your request, but the interest shall be paid at the rate on a current deposit, ruling on the date of withdrawal. If you do not withdraw all the sum you deposited, the amount remaining when undrawn shall continue to bear interest at the rate allowed at the time of deposit. I see. And can you tell me the rate of current deposit at present? Yes, I can, and it is also posted on the bulletin board in the